All right, so we got to talk about this one. Midwest Safety around 5 days ago released this video, body cam of this officer arriving at this house with his partner, and it went bad, right? It went bad. And let me tell you what happened. It started off when the officer arrived at the house. I guess the guy, his name is Anthony, I believe. He was so upset at his mom for calling the police. Now, I don't know what was happening inside of the house to make her call, but she did call. And when the officer came, he's approached by the guy, Anthony, with a gun. Not just a regular thing going on. The gun was directly pointed at him, like boom, right there. Like if this was the gun, this is like a flashlight. It's pretty cool. It's really bright, by the way. Yeah, so the gun was directly pointed at him, like headshot distance. And he didn't shoot, right? The officer kept his gun drawn. Nothing happened. And then eventually he just went behind the car and he yells out, "Is that a real gun? Is that a real gun, Mary Jane?" That's her name. "Is that a real gun?" Boom, a shot is fired. She says, the mother says, "He don't have any more bullets left. That's it. No more bullets." The cop said, "What? Is it real? Is it a cap gun?" Boom, another shot. Whoa, that has to be a cap gun. That's not real. Anthony wouldn't try to shoot me. Because we find out that this cop knows the family. He knows the family. They have a little bond, right? So in this moment of your life being on the line, you didn't shoot because you knew him. Now, we all know when you are a police officer, you have to put emotions aside if your life is on the line. There's no way you're saying, "I'm not going to shoot him because I know him." So what happens? I'm going to continue what happened, but what happens if he shoots you, right? You knew him, but he shoots you. And then he turns the gun on his mother and goes in the house and turns the gun on his father. And then maybe your partner, and then himself. All because you knew him. You know him. You know Anthony. That's good. That's good. Now let me continue because it gets crazier. Because as these shots are coming in, it's another shot, third shot, fourth shot, fifth shot, and you hear Anthony yelling at his mom, "Why did you call him, Mom? Why did you call him?" He's very upset, very enraged. And then the officer says, "Oh, it is real. There's a real gun." By the fifth shot, he finally came to the conclusion that he's getting shot at. Not when it was right in his face. Not when he didn't see any type of orange tip. Not anything. He came to the conclusion that it wasn't a cap gun that somebody would buy from Target. No, this was a real gun by the fifth shot. Now, I don't know if you ever heard a cap gun, but a cap gun does not come close to the sound of a real gun. I don't know what, maybe it was the feelings took over and he said, "You know what? It's no way that this guy is shooting at me. This guy that I know." Well, he was trying to kill you. Now, this is where it gets kind of uncomfortable. And I feel like this part is where a lot of the conversations are coming into play. And I want y'all opinion, but it's one part that happens that really messed me up, right? And this is what it was. Anthony goes back into the house, right? He retreats into his house and the officer starts calling for backup. And at the beginning, you noticed I said he was with a partner. So we see Anthony come right out the house again, going down the ramp. This time, doesn't have a gun, right? No gun. He has a machete. Yep. Yes, he has a machete in his hand. The ones that you chop coconuts with. I think they chop those with machetes. They do a lot, and you know what they do in other countries. Like, machetes are scary. So he walks down a ramp with this machete, goes behind the car where the officer is yelling at him, "Anthony, get back. I don't want to shoot you." He has his gun drawn, and Anthony just stands there right in front of him, like maybe 6 feet, maybe, like COVID times, right? Kind of too close for comfort. But as we see the officer backing up a little, we see the other side of the vehicle. We see his partner. His partner is crouching down, looking scared, terrified, like completely uncomfortable, which, granted, yes, it is a guy with a machete, but where have you been? This entire ordeal, you have been holding a notepad. I think I have a picture. I'm going to put that up. You're holding a notepad? Your partner is getting shot at. You know these bullets are real by now because you're on the side of the vehicle where he was shooting at. So you don't help your partner. And then Anthony has the machete in his hand and he starts to charge towards the officer. Like 3 steps. Scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. What? Shoot! What are we doing? What are we doing? I've seen officers shoot for less. You're not going to shoot when a guy is charging at you with a machete? Wow. And on top of that, your partner is still crouched behind the car, no gun drawn, just a notepad with the pen. I guess ready to take any note that's going to happen. Right? You can't miss the notes in this class 101 of how to be a police officer. You can't miss a note. Well, as he stands there with the machete, the officer eventually doesn't shoot and Anthony starts walking away. And this is what scares me more. How does this guy have so much freedom after shooting at you 6 times? He has so much freedom to willingly just go walk wherever direction he wants to go. And this is where I was so scared because he was yelling at his mom. Like, why would you call him? Like, really upset. My fear would be, what if he said, you know what? What about if I go hack my mom? We can't act like this doesn't happen. This is real life. This stuff actually happens. What happened if he would? Oh my gosh. But no, the officer let him walk away. And the guy walked right behind his mother. His mother starts yelling. Thank goodness he didn't do anything, right? Thank you. He did not hurt his mom. He walks right back into the house and nothing happens. Backup finally came and they went into the house and they see Anthony on the washing machine crying. Yes, that is what happened. Now, it's so many alarming things that happen in this situation. And I just want to know, what do y'all think about this? Am I thinking too much about this? Like, am I really thinking that something could have happened? Why did the officer put so much trust in this guy that literally doesn't care about him? I know you say you care, but he doesn't care. What he shot at you 6 times and then he start calling you names after. Like, that's very disrespectful. And at no point when he was holding that machete, started to charge at you, you said, you know, maybe he doesn't really remember who I am. Let me remind him real quick who I am. At no point did you think, well, it's my life or his life. It's at no point. And for the partner that didn't do anything, no taser in sight. Like, if y'all really didn't want to hurt him, cool. I understand to a degree. Where's the taser? Like, Why are we going full lethal, guns drawn, if we're not even planning to use it? At that point, just pull out the taser. Let me tell you why I was so scared about him walking up with that machete, because I seen another video that Midwest actually posted before, and the guy was trespassing, and a police officer, y'all might know this video, the police officer went into the lot where the guy was. The guy was sitting down on the ground. He was just finished burning some things. The officer gets closer to him. You know, how you doing, sir? Remind you, I told you Anthony was like in 6 feet. The officer in that case comes like in 7 feet. The guy stands up, full charge this officer with a knife or machete, and he's done. The officer tried to get away, he couldn't, right? And that's what scares me about this situation. It was no situational awareness. Now, I get it. The great side of it, no one lost their life, right? This is where it gets iffy. Cause we can say, congrats to the officer. He didn't do anything crazy. He didn't shoot him. Good. But at the same time, it would be a way different news article if Anthony did charge at him, if he did off him and went on a killing spree. Then what do we say? We'll say, oh, why didn't the officer shoot? Why didn't he act? Because he knew him? We have to, and I just can't stop thinking about the other officer, the partner. Like, really? Oh my gosh, what are we doing? I want y'all to watch the video. Like, I want y'all to tell me, if y'all already saw it, let me know. What do y'all think about this? Why? What? Am I wrong? Like, because you know this guy, you don't shoot, risking the life of everybody else? Even your partner that's ducked behind the car? What about if he would have shot your partner first? Then would you have got the message that, hey, I might have to shoot somebody that I know? Or would you say, I can't do it? I don't believe that is what makes people feel safe. And as for the partner, it might just not be the career of choice. Like I said, I get the fear, but at the same time, wow. You left your partner. I don't care what you're learning. You learn in academy how to use a taser. Like, I don't care what you're learning at that point. You be there for me. You're my partner. You protect me, and I protect you. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. This one was crazy.